I need to lift some off this top lid here. See, I'm just lifting a little bit so it doesn't show through.
Using such dark pigment, do you lose your drawing? And you just know anatomically whatever you're doing there?
Eventually, when I hit that dark, the thing that I like the most about doing portraits is sun and shadow on the face. If you look at any of my paintings, when I do a commission, think out on Facebook, what am I painting now? That was a commission piece I did. I went and visited the young lady and her father. It took them outside, told them between 10 and 2, and I took about 40 pictures of her, different angles, moving around, light and shadow. And when I got one that complemented both her looks and captured the shadow, it's that hard edge that you can get that just speaks to me. And the shadow down through there. I mean, when you do a painting, there's 9 elements of design, but of those 9, there's 4 that's important. Line, value, edge, and color. And then after all this geeky techie stuff, there's got to be some sort of emotion. So you look at this and you think, what was she thinking? This was a model that we paint from time to time, and she allowed me to take a number of pictures. By the way, she's nude in this photo.
Oh, yeah? She just has a little shirt on here to pull us.
Right.
You hear that, Joyce?
Yeah.
But
I'm great friends with most of the models he made.
oh, she knows them all.
Good.
And wonder where that came from. Surprise. I must have slobbered some. I'm going to try and lift it out. Not too bad. So, but a lot of times when I go to these open life drawing sessions, I'm capturing faces. It's what drives me. And I still have a problem with proportions in the face, freehand drawing proportions through the shoulders, and I read Loomis and I read all these other books about how many heads down, and I'm measuring, and you know, where does the hand, does the wrist come across the crotch area, you know, in men where shoulders are a head on each side. I mean, there's all those little tricks, and the more I get into it, the more I'm appreciating the line. I want to get hands and feet right and be able to get foreshortening right, and so that's the journey I am on. But getting the light and shadow on the face. Now, I'm going to make a suggestion, because this happens a lot of times when people are doing a paint along or in a workshop. They want to jump the gun. They want to go ahead and get them shadows in early. And you'll see that I won't get them in until very late. And so I'm thinking, and Molly, I know you like to paint dark to light, but
No, I see why you have to build it.
But this whole thing will be light, and then I'll build up. And you know, all I can tell you is squint and look, and you'll see these different values in the facial planes of the face.
Did you print out more of the color?
Excuse me?
We all printed them out.
We got extra ones here.
Yeah, they're right here. Thank you. She didn't give me one.
Oh.
Oh.
But you're sleeping with the teacher. It doesn't make any difference. Oh, I'm sorry about that.
No editing on here. You got to be careful.
So, I think we're all adults. Now you would think one final thing on here. You would think that I would use this pigment that's in here, but I'm going to clean it off because I want some cleaner pigment because I've got some blue that went in here. But sometimes in the end you can take this, and you can see that all of this makes a nice gray. We can push that gray warm, push it to the yellow warm side. And we can push it into black by, and sometimes, see, it went too blue, so I'll bring some more yellow in, maybe some red, and you just got to experiment. You got to experiment.
Dip back in there for more.
See, I never got enough out to begin with. You just got to experiment with pigment. Oh, there's a red bit.
Looks brown, kind of brownish.
Right, right. And then I push it to the brown side and then get a little blue in there. And I think I'm pretty close to black. And that's a close enough black. So if you're doing a background and you're getting, you got to get pigment on there to get a background done. Sometimes I'll do a underpainting under the background. Then you just get a little water.
Is that how you do it, like with the brush strokes? Just
Block it,
block it like that?
block it.
That's how I do a background. It's maybe I'll put another layer on top of that. I like those little show throughs sometimes. Sometimes I like the hard edges. Sometimes this is one time I like to maybe use a little yellow ochre or maybe some other color in there. Then add a little water to it, maybe even spritz it and see what happens. I might have a happy accident, who knows.